Hi, my name is Erin McCullough, and I help driven male entrepreneurs in their 40s cure daily stress to have fulfillment and deeper connection with their wife and kids, a life of freedom. Maybe questioning whether that's possible, but stick with me and I'll share with you how I go about doing this. And stay until the end because I have a free bonus that will get you started on all of this right away. Maybe you can relate to these. Constant firefighting. As a business owner, I often felt caught up in urgent issues that required immediate attention, such as customer complaints, technical problems, or staffing issues. This led to a reactive mindset where I felt like I was constantly putting out fires rather than proactively planning and growing my business. I always had a long to do list and often felt like I was being pulled away from achieving it, which was frustrating to say the least. I also suffered from a lack of delegation. As the sole decision maker, I felt that I needed to do everything myself, even though I didn't have the time, skills, or resources to manage every aspect of my business effectively. This resulted in me spending time on tasks that didn't align with my core strengths or strategic vision. Another issue was cash flow management. Managing cash flow was a huge concern. The pressure to make ends meet, pay bills, and cover payroll created a constant sense of urgency and stress. This sometimes prevented me from making thoughtful decisions about future investments, marketing, or growth strategies because I was constantly worried about short term cash flow needs. Uncertainty and decision paralysis. I often faced uncertainty in various areas, from market trends to employee performance. With so many decisions to make, I often felt overwhelmed to choose the right course of action. The fear of making the wrong decision would keep me from taking any action at all, leading to a reactive rather than proactive approach to problem solving. And I don't know about you, but the people in my life, my spouse, family, friends, were likely sick of hearing about all the problems I was having in my business. Balancing work and life. I definitely struggled with achieving work life balance. The pressure to keep the business afloat and constantly be on created stress that impacted my personal life, leading to burnout and decision fatigue. A key defining moment was when I was coaching my daughter's soccer match and I heard my phone ring only to get a message that a client was upset. And all I could think about was that I needed to finish this game so I could go fix the problem. Not a great feeling. And for me, things like this would happen all the time. I also struggled with short term focus versus long term vision. Due to the constant need to manage day to day tasks, I found myself focusing only on the short term goals, like meeting deadlines or solving immediate problems, instead of working on strategic long term growth plans. This reactive approach can limit the overall potential for business success and innovation. Could you relate to any of this? If so, keep watching while I explain how I shifted this experience for me and how I now support other business owners to do the same. But first, let me tell you quickly who I am and why my experience may be relevant to you. I've been an entrepreneur and a leader for 25 years, starting, building, and selling companies. At first, I just consulted other businesses because business owners and leaders around me saw that I was able to scale my company regardless of the economic environment, employee pool, and business opportunities or lack thereof. Well, after doing that for 15 years, I started to see the pattern of things that I just mentioned, not only in their businesses, but also in mine. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, you may not want to hear this, but I'm a straight shooter and I tell everyone like it is. If you can recognize that you are the source of all your stress and frustrations versus other people, situations, and circumstances, then you're doing what I like to say is dealing in the controllable. See, we've been conditioned to try to manipulate the world outside of us, like get employees to take right action, get our clients to pay us on time, get completely stressed when something goes sideways in our business, get our spouse to fill in the blank, or get our children to do what we ask. It is because we are trying to control these things that we get stressed and frustrated. Now, hear me, because I'm not saying that these things shouldn't be addressed in our business or our life. However, if we allow these people, circumstances, and situations to dictate how we feel emotionally, then we've stepped out of the controllable. So, what is the controllable? It's you, how you navigate the emotional experiences that you put yourself through every day in your business and likely in your personal life as well. When we recognize that it is our internal drive to get things right or perfect, the fear of security, things like imposter syndrome, that is driving us and learn from that, then we can create freedom. See, we simply think too narrowly. Our brain wants us to believe things like there are only 1 to 3 solutions to every problem, when in fact there are millions. We must learn to get out of our own way to realize our full potential, to have freedom. Otherwise, the part of us that wants us to be safe or to survive will win out and we will not fully realize our potential. So, why is this shift so crucial? When we recognize that we're our biggest obstacle and learn real strategies of expansion, growth, and thinking bigger than we know, then the sky is the limit. We can be the fullest version of ourselves. And in adopting this mindset, we create joy, purpose, fulfillment, and meaning in our lives, in our business, with our employees, our clientele, and most importantly, with those that we love. It's a win win for all. We lead the charge in having the most fulfilling life we can and seeing more than we could dream of happen in our lives and our business. And I want you to imagine what it would be like if you could learn how to manage your stress and frustration in a way where you can let things go quickly so you can continue to be effective and efficient in your business and have more meaningful relationships with the people in your life. Would that be something that interested you? Who would be affected by this shift? Your spouse, children, business partner, employees, clients? What I am talking about here is freedom. Freedom to be unencumbered by stress, frustration, and overwhelm. Freedom to feel how you want to feel, which, by the way, I'm guessing is calm, peaceful, purpose filled, and joyful. So, what stops you from having the life that you desire, living to your potential? What is it that you truly desire? Are you living a life worth living? And most importantly, if you want a different life than you have, do you have a plan for creating that? What could happen in your business and in your life if you had someone that supported you that has 25 years of experience in business and taught classes on personal and professional development for the past 7 years? What could happen if you learned new skills to shift your mindset? You had a sounding board to listen to you and contribute in a high level way to problem solving and an outside perspective of what is working and not working in your business so that you could course correct quickly rather than perpetuate something that wasn't propelling your business forward. I am looking for driven entrepreneurs who want to cure their daily stress, find their purpose, and create deeper connections in their life, especially with their wife and kids. Someone that's ready to live a life worth living and unlock freedom. If that describes you, I'm offering a 15-minute freedom mapping call where I'll personally help you with what's keeping you stuck, 3 core shifts, and a custom roadmap to having more peace, clarity, and most importantly, freedom in your business and life. Can't wait to get you on the path to all you desire. Let's get started.